Good afternoon students. Yesterday we were discussing about chapter number 3 of economics, money and credit, and in that chapter we were discussing about credit, terms of credit and debt trap. Today we shall start with a new topic, formal credit resources and informal credit resources. Also we shall discuss their difference also. Let's start with the topic formal credit resources. If I am talking about the difference between the both, formal credit resources work under the supervision of Reserve Bank of India, that is RBI, and informal credit resources do not work under any government organization. Formal credit resources charge low rate of interest and informal credit resources charge high rate of interest. And formal credit resources follow rules and regulation made by the government, and in case of informal credit resources they do not follow rules and regulation made by the government. If I am giving you the example of formal credit resources, then cooperative banks are there, commercial banks are there, and if I am talking about examples of informal credit resources, money lenders are there, relatives are there, and sometime we are taking loan from small organization also. They also comes under the category of informal credit resources. Is it clear to all of you? Yes, our next topic is self-help groups, which are also known as SHGS. Dear students, have you ever think about the people those who are living in villages or in rural areas, if they wanted to start new production work, or if they wanted to start small scale industry, from where they get loan? What is your answer? Banks. Maybe banks, but banks are not present everywhere, especially in rural areas, or even though if they present, then there is a problem related that is related to their paperwork documentation, and they can get easily loan from informal sources rather than formal sources. Then to sort out this problem, what the people do, they started self-help groups. What are self-help groups? Self-help groups are groups in which near about 15 to 20 members are there, and usually belonging to the same neighborhood, and these pool their saving, and near about 25 to 100 rupees they pay for each month. But nowadays this 25 to 100 rupees are now increased by 1000 to 5000 rupees. Is it clear to all of you? The most important feature of self-help group is that these groups are organized by especially women, and these groups make them self-dependent also, and regular meeting of these groups provide a platform to discuss many social issues just like dowry, child marriage and so on. Is it clear to all of you?